Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day or night. It is probably 10:30 at night for me, and I want to come to you guys and talk to you guys about another budgeting that I think you guys will be like super excited about it since it's getting closer to the holidays. And you have a lot of people over and all of that good stuff. I want to give you guys some ideas on how to eat on a budget. Um, Not just necessarily eating on a budget, also how to eat organically on a budget. So I'm gonna give you guys like, a little over 30 tips in a 30-minute video. So let's get started. Since I like having a budget with everything, I'm going to tell you guys um how I do my budgeting when I go grocery shopping or just thinking about going grocery shopping. This is how I really do my budgeting. I can't get my hair to do right, but anyways, um, when I was younger, we always had a garden. So that's one tip I want to tell you guys. If you or anyone in your family have a green tip, you can always grow your own vegetables and fruits and all of that stuff in your garden. So yeah. I would also suggest to eat less meat. Right now, I only eat fish and chicken, and sometimes I throw a little beef in there, but I rarely don't eat pork at all. Um, and then you have in some meals, the meat is the center focused. So majority of your meals should have recipes where the center focus is the vegetables, so you won't have to be overspend when it comes to meat. Also, some people go to like Sam's and stuff. Well, I used to go to Sam's, but now I see myself going to Walmart a lot lately. That's only because Sam has big books, and Walmart has small books for like smaller families. So, it's best to buy in bulks, especially when it comes to like seasonings, pastas, dry foods, and all of that good stuff for the kids. Also snacks for the kids. Another thing I would suggest is, don't necessarily go shopping when you're hungry. Because when you're hungry, your groceries, okay, let's pay attention. When you go grocery shopping, and let's just say you're hungry, and you have a list, but when you're hungry, you tend to buy more things than when you're not hungry, if that makes sense. When it comes to supermarkets, try to avoid them. You can always price check online before heading out to the grocery stores. Also, every Sunday they send out well, not necessarily groceries, but they send out coupons of things they think that you would like to buy. So be mindful of that. Also, like I say in every other budgeting video I gave you guys, I always use coupons. It's always a must for me, especially when I'm buying condiments and pastas and pasta sauce and things like that. I always use coupons. Like I said, if you could check your newspaper, the first Sunday is when they really give all the coupons out. They usually have a lot of them. And it's best to plan your list. Like I said, it's best to have a grocery list, or wherever you're going to get, it's best to have a list of what you need, so you won't overbuy it again, or you won't just buy something you won't use. So plan times 100. When it comes to budgeting, it's all about planning out your trips, planning out your week, planning out your months that you're gonna be using this stuff, and all of that. Also prioritizing. Prioritizing is a big must for me, especially when it comes to making a big purchase. I ask myself, is it necessary? Do I need it now at this minute? Or can I live without it? So yeah. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to be upgrading my wardrobe. And I'm going to throw something, well, not throw them away, give them to the needy. And hopefully everything goes right. And I'll show you guys how I really budgeted when it comes to buying clothes and things online and all of that good store. Another thing I want to run by you guys is best to use the store brand. To me, for one, it tastes way better than the name brand and all of that stuff. And they tend to be cheaper, but they taste way better than the name brand. And I'm talking about everything, especially Great Value is a plus. And USave is a plus. Those are two store brands I would say I like to use. And most people don't, but that's okay. Also, I like to tell you guys that when it comes to planning meals, I always have some sort of beans, like pinto beans, lima beans, peas, sweet peas, green beans, all of that. Make sure it's in one of your meals, because if you eat beans, it lasts longer for one, and then you won't have to cook as much. And when you see, like for instance, vegetarians or vegans or whatever, they eat beans, black beans for instance, that covers meat completely because it's proteins and vitamins in there. So that's the reason why most vegans or vegetarians really ain't starving, because they have beans. So yeah. And then, like, when you want to have junk food, it's okay to have junk food every now and then, but it's cheaper and less expensive to make it at home, to buy it at the store. Brownies, for instance, brownies. I make brownies every other day. Well, no, not every other day. I lied to you guys. I make brownies probably 4 times out of a month. And to buy it at the store is like $1.19. But to actually buy it already made in Lil Debbie brand is almost $3-4. So if you got $3-4, you could buy 4 boxes of brownies that you have to make at home. So just pay attention to that. Especially when you work all the time and you want to spend time with your family, that is the best way to spend time with your family, especially the little kids. Just make a dessert together. It don't have to necessarily be cookies or anything, but just make a dessert at home. It's cheaper, you can spend time with your family, and you don't have to worry about spending more money than you need to. And this hair is driving me crazy. And then I know this is gonna get you guys, and you guys are probably gonna look at me crazy, but it's better and cheaper to make your bread at home. So with that being said, I know some of you guys are probably looking at me and saying, bread at the store is like 99 cents. But ask yourself, how long does that bread really last? And I know most of you guys probably buy multiple loaves of bread and just stick it in the deep freezer. But after you do that, how long does it last? And if you're not a big family, bread lasts a long time at your house. Especially if you don't buy the little mini loaves. But you can always use coupons when it comes to bread too. If you're not a chef, if you're not great at baking, it's always a coupon. It's probably not the brand of bread that you would normally eat. or you want to eat, but it's always coupons that coming out to the breads that you should eat that's better for you. So be mindful of that, especially if you're trying to hit this diet like I am in the next couple of weeks. So me looking for these brands, especially these coupons that finna come out, I'm going to hit them hard. Especially when you're looking for whole grain bread, that's expensive. Because I seen it, and we talking $5 a loaf. So, and plus if I get a $3 off coupon, that's me spending $2 on bread. So yeah. Also buy Whole Foods instead of that packaged stuff, especially when it comes to things that's been pre-made like chicken nuggets and all of that stuff. Bargaining comes in play. This is when you decide, is it cheaper to make it or is it cheaper to buy it that's already prepared? Especially when it comes to different meals. Like I see some people buying enchiladas that's already made. You can make them way cheaper. I see people that's buying chicken strips that's, you can make that way cheaper with chicken breast, and it's healthier because you know what's going in it. So yeah, and sometimes we becomes a part. Like I've been telling you guys, to wrap up this whole thing, so I can end this video, I'm gonna tell you guys, we all limited to a certain amount of money that we can spend on groceries. And then when we reach the end of the money, we sometimes depends on fast food. But sometimes you have to step back, look at sales, plan your meals accordingly. Like sometimes local grocery stores sometimes offers their savings. Try less expensive cuts of meat. Instead of chicken breast, try thighs. And thighs, I love thighs, even though they kind of thin, but at the end of the day, breasts are way expensive than chicken thighs. And I know because I buy chicken thighs a lot. Prep meals ahead like vegetables, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Make lists. I can't say that enough. Keeping organized fridge and pantry. Can't say that enough because you don't want to overbuy, like I said, and you don't want to buy things twice. That's crazy. Sometimes you can have leftovers, and I say sometimes because everything don't taste good leftover. And this hair is killing me. Throughout this whole video, you guys probably heard me multiple times talk about this hair. It's crazy. But, like I said, keep an organized fridge with whatever you decide to do, so you won't have to buy that twice. Also, think about your leftovers. Leftovers are okay, but sometimes you have to think about what you are eating when it comes to leftovers. Some things are not really that great with leftovers, so be mindful of that. Also, go visit your local farmers market. Every city I done went to has a farmer market. I done stopped at several farmer markets where I done been, so just be mindful of that. It's farmer markets everywhere. You just have to go out and look. And plus, it's a great place to take your kids. You might buy a lot of fruits and vegetables, but that's what you want. So, yeah. I would suggest, and I know I told you guys stay away from prepackaged food, but I always buy frozen fruits and vegetables that has been washed with water and then packaged, and then it says no preservatives, so it's just frozen vegetables and stuff. I would buy that, and you can find that at your local Walmart or your local Kroger's if you have one. Kroger's and Walmart are about the only places I buy my fruits and vegetables, just to be honest. Unless I go to the farmer's market where I know they're fresh. Like I said, you can always, it's always promotions where you can buy your food in bulks. Like I said, majority of people who has 5 or 10 people in their family always go to Sam. But me, I tend to go to Walmart because they do have bulk, but they have them in smaller size for smaller families, and that's what I love. And I always want to say buy things from one place, but sometimes I tend to go to the farmer's market, and then sometimes I tend to go to this Walmart, because Walmart, they have a good selection, but you have to be careful with Walmart, because sometimes they have things where it's not ready to be picked, but it's still fresh, but it's too fresh, if that makes sense. You have to let it sit out a little bit, or just wait a couple of days before you can use it, but it's still fresh. And then you also think about, if you buy groceries from multiple places, you have to think about the taxes. Taxes, if you sit down and do your math, really adds up if you buy things from different places. But if you have to get like household stuff, party stuff, and all of that stuff, Walmart is your biggest place ever. Also, like I said, clip coupons. Every budgeting video, you will hear me talk about coupons, because I use coupons like cash. More coupons I use, the more cash stays in my pocket. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Also, I want to talk to you guys about drinking tap water. If you get the Brita picture, you can use tap water instead of buying bottles of water all the time. The Brita picture, I'm gonna link it below. And I'm gonna give you guys a website you can use to actually buy you one that costs $8. So just be mindful of that. Also, when buying things, check the unit price. If you look on the little tag, it tells you the unit price, and it tells you what you are paying. So if it's not equaling up, and it's probably 2 or 3 pennies over, if I was you guys, I wouldn't get it, because you're making the person rich. So pay attention to that. And like I said, to avoid the impulse purchases and all of that stuff, make a list. You need a list in everything you do, paying bills, buying groceries, buying things for the house, and all of that stuff. Stop buying food outside. Meaning, when you go to work or when your kids go to school, make sure they take a lunch to work and school. Take snacks to work at school, and you always got to go to the vending machine. You can always grow your own food. This is what I mean by garden. Grow your own food. But when you guys get from grocery shopping and all that stuff, plan a great meal for your family. Sit down with your family, ask your family how their day was, and always good eats. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great holidays. Let me know down below what you got planned for the holidays. If this video comes out during the holidays, let me know what you guys did. Let's share recipes and all of that good stuff. But I'm going to be sure to link that picture down below, that Brita picture that I want you guys to try out. If you do have one already, let me know in the comment section below how you like it. And that's all I have for you guys. And always remember, be blessed, stay blessed, and go out and be a blessing to someone else. If you can't be a blessing to someone else, always be a helping hand. If you can't be a helping hand to someone, always be a word of encouragement. Bye, guys.